Hi, my name is Paige and I don't read my books. Hi, welcome to my channel and welcome to my second These Books Will Deconstruct video. So in 2020, I had been making a bunch of TBRs and I was not actively sticking to them all the time. And so I compiled a list of all of the books that made it onto a TBR but were not read in 2020. And I said that I had all of 2021 to read them, and if I did not, I would need to unhaul them. I got this inspiration from Becca at Becca and the Books because she does these yearly These Books Will Deconstruct videos. And I thought, that's a great idea. I love that. That will keep me motivated. And guess what it did not do? It did not keep me motivated to read these books. So we're going to talk about all of the books that were on my 2020 TBRs that did not get read in that year. And here are those books: Where the Crawdads Sing, The Heart's Invisible Furies, Muse of Nightmares, Little Woman found its way on many TBRs, A Song of Wraiths and Ruin, Girl Made of Stars, the first three ACOTAR, Say Yes to the Marquess, I still don't know how to say that, The Final Empire, Sense and Sensibility, Slaughterhouse-Five, The Astonishing Color of After, The Switch, The Adventurers, American Gothic, I meant to say Mexican Gothic, sorry, and The Joy Luck Club. Alright, those were all of my 2020 books that I never read in 2020, but I will give you an update for how I did in 2021. So let's start with Where the Crawdad Sings. I did read this one and I liked it, but then I found some very problematic things with it, so I ended up not even rating it just because I did not feel great about my reading experience. And I think I have a vlog where I did read that and kind of explain a little bit more about my feelings on this one, but I did read this one. Heart's Invisible Furies, have not touched it. Muse of Nightmares, have not touched it. Little Woman, nope. A Song of Wraiths and Ruin, I did not touch it. Girl Made of Stars, I just finished this one. ACOTAR, I read them and I vlogged my experience for every book, so you can watch those if you want to. Say Yes to the Marquess, I read it. The Final Empire, I am currently still reading it. Sense and Sensibility, nope. Slaughterhouse-Five, nope. The Astonishing Color of After, nope. The Switch, nope. The Adventurers, I am currently reading. I am almost finished with. I do like it so far. Mexican Gothic, and I ended up unhauling The Joy Luck Club. So of the 18 books that were on my 2020 deconstruct list, I have read 8 of them. That means I am technically supposed to unhaul all of these, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So just give me a few minutes to explain myself. So when I was making my video last year, I still don't remember when I filmed it, but I do remember saying that I don't think I'll be able to unhaul the classics. So I don't think I am going to make myself unhaul Sense and Sensibility, Little Women, or Slaughterhouse-Five. I just feel like those are books that I can pick up eventually. They are not books that I am tied to reading right now. They're classics for a reason. I would like to hold on to them and to someday read them, and I don't want to keep unhauling and purchasing and unhauling and purchasing to eventually get these. So these 3 are definitely going to be saved. As for these ones, there are a few that I feel like I could potentially let go of, but here's where I'm standing, and I might need a little bit of help to make some decisions. As some of you have known, I have said it a few times, but last year I did lose my grandma, and books that had a lot of heavy grief in them were really hard for me to even imagine reading. So these 2 books were ones that I just knew I could not read. This is The Switch by Beth O'Leary, and I believe it's like a granddaughter and her grandmother switch spots, and I think they both have their own little love stories that happen kind of like The Holiday. So just having a grandmother figure in this, I did not think that I could read it. I still want to someday. I don't know if I'm in the right place yet, but this is one that I do really want to read, just not yet. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this one just because I know someday I will read it, and I look at it all the time and I want to read it. I just don't know if I have the emotional capacity right now. That goes for this one as well. I believe it's about a daughter who has lost her mother to suicide, and I just don't know if I want to have that sort of reading experience yet. I have gotten a little bit better. There are some other books that I've read that have dealt with grief, and I have really enjoyed them. So I feel like I'm approaching the spot where I will be able to pick this one up, and I really do want to read it. So I am also going to hold on to this one for sure. So these 2 are also going to be saved. It's just, I didn't want to hurt myself more than I had to. there's no point in picking up books that you know are just going to devastate you for a while. So these ones have been on my radar. I still want to read them. I just needed to take care of myself first. As for these 4, I am kind of willing to unhaul some of them. I would really still like to try and read A Song of Wraiths and Ruin. I've heard great things about this one. It just hasn't been one that I've picked up with my TBR game. So if it comes up in the next few months, maybe I'll try and get this one read. Muse of Nightmares though, you guys. I read Strange the Dreamer, and I don't think it was a bad story. It was good. It was beautifully written, but I don't know if I care to pick this one up. Every time I talk about this one, people say, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You have to read Muse of Nightmares, and I am just not drawn to it. I even have the audiobook on Audible that I know if I read it, I'll at least have that assistance to help me get through all of the lyrical and pretty beautiful writing that's usually not my favorite to read. So I don't want to get rid of it because I have it in 2 different formats, but I also don't want to read it yet. So part of me thinks I definitely should unhaul this soon. And that pains me to say it, but I don't know if I'm gonna read this. Same with The Heart's Invisible Furies. I've heard great things about it, but it's just not the type of book I am leaning towards recently. I've heard it's great, but I am just looking for fantastical romance, cheesy romance, smutty romance, or just fantasy, paranormal stuff. Just, I don't know if I want literary fiction right now, and I feel like this is one that if I let go of it, I'm not going to be sad about it, I'm not going to miss it, and if I ever need to buy it again, I can just buy it again. So I think this one is gonna, I think I'm gonna let this one go. I think I have it in me to let this one go. And if you disagree with me and think I should read it immediately, please let me know and I will try and hold on to it and fit it into a TBR in the future. And then we have Mexican Gothic. I do want to read this, but I have recently formed the inability to read things that are spooky, hear things that are spooky. I don't know what it is. I used to be kind of okay with scary movies and whatnot, and now I get lots of nightmares if I read anything remotely scary. So I think I might have to unhaul this one and eventually pick it up in another format down the line when I'm not so afraid of everything. So I might also get rid of this one. It pains me though. It pains me to unhaul books that I haven't read unless I have heard bad things, and I've heard good things about this one. So also let me know if I just need to suck it up and read this one and deal with the nightmares. So those are my books from 2020 that I did not read and that I need to unhaul. Let me know if there are any that you just think I need to get rid of, that I'm just gonna hate and not gonna enjoy, and maybe give me some courage to just unhaul them or read them. I could also read them. But that means I need to talk about the books that I did not read at all in 2021 and will have to be unhauled at the end of this year if I don't read them. Let's go into that. See that shelf up there? I like painstakingly organized that a couple of days ago, and I'm not about to take books off of that and then have to put them all back up. This pile over here is already enough for me, so I'm just gonna read the list and put up pictures. So on my TBRs last year, these are the books that did not get read. So in January we had 12 Dates of Christmas. In April we had Fairy Tales from Verania. In June we had The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, Home Before Dark, The Final Empire, and Majesty. Then in July we had The Lost Hero from Blood and Ash, Sea of Ruin, and Crisp and Sear. In October we had Conventionally Yours. In November, I didn't read anything. We had Nightfall, A Touch of Darkness, A Court of Silver Flames, The Deal, and Wolf Hunger. So those are all 16 of the books that I did not read in 2021 and need to read by the end of this year, or else they're gonna have to go. There are a few on that list I think I can probably unhaul that I probably will never read, like 12 Dates of Christmas and Wolf Hunger, but we'll come back to this video at the end of the year, or beginning of next year I guess, and figure out what I read, what I didn't read. So please let me know if there are any books on any of these lists that you demand I have on my TBR. I will attempt to put them on there, but there are no guarantees that I'm going to read them because I am notorious these days for just ignoring my TBR and reading fanfiction instead. Which, speaking of, if you are interested in anything fan fiction or fandom related, me and my friend Serena at Read the Riot have a Discord where we host a book club. We also have readathons that are all fan fiction themed, and we are going to be reading Point Pleasant in February for our book club. And Point Pleasant, I think, is based off of a supernatural fan fiction, or it was supernatural fan fiction that was published into its own book. And I love supernatural. I was in the supernatural fandom for a very long time. I would say that I'm still in it, but I've dabbled into other fandoms as well. But if you want to join us, you can also just join us for fun and chat over there. We are there every single day. It is so fun. I love everybody who's over there. It makes me super duper happy. So check out the Discord if you're interested, and anything else that you might want to follow me at is down below. Anyway, I will hopefully see you in another video soon, but that is all that I have. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye! I need to go eat. My stomach's gonna grumble so loud right now.